Hey everybody, welcome to the Mash and Drum live stream. It's a Wednesday night. It is blind tasting night. Want to welcome as well, we have, for 2 weeks in a row here, we have Scott from My Bourbon Journey is here to join me on this wonderful tasting journey. Say hi, buddy.
What's up, guys? Jason, thanks for having me on. Appreciate it once again.
Yeah, anytime, man. And then we have these amazing samples brought to you by our second guest tonight. You probably know him from the chat room. It is Dan Trout. Say hi, Dan.
Hello, everybody. Jason, Scott, thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it.
Glad we could do it.
Yeah, man. So this is what we're going to be doing tonight, guys. So I'm going to tilt my camera a little bit so you can see. So we have 5 samples lined up here, all provided by Dan, as I mentioned. We have no idea what's in these bottles. So what we're going to do is Scott and I are going to go through these. And what we're going to do is we're going to kind of smell them, try to figure out maybe what each one is, give our guess, probably be totally wrong because Dan is pretty dagger about it.
Yeah.
And then we're going to rate them 1 through 5 and see which one's our favorites. And then at the end, once we're done, Dan is going to give us the big reveal, and we're going to find out what everything is. So really excited.
This should be fun. And Dan, thanks again for sending these, man. This is awesome. This is the fun part of that. So,
well, again, I mean, I'll go by what Jason says. It's not about the bourbon. It's the people that you drink it with and enjoy it with.
You got it. You got it.
That's my mantra. So. All right, so according to Dan, he wanted us, so Dan here, he was kind enough to label each bottle for us. So from him, he said to start GDFBA. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go through, give our notes, as I mentioned, and we'll go from there. And then if you guys are in the chat hanging out, definitely let us know what you're sipping on. And we're going to give our tasting notes, so if you guys think based on our notes what you think it is, shout it out. So
yeah,
I'm writing down the letters here so I can figure out, so I can give my notes here. So, all right, boys, you ready to get into bottle G?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
All right, here we go.
So again, some of these picks are rather interesting here. It's a wide range of flavors. So I'm excited to see what you guys think.
So as Jason said before, so Dan's the only one who knows what these are. Jason and I have no idea what any of this stuff is. So this should be interesting and fun. This is the best part of doing, these types of things. So
all right. So all right. So this is the first one, letter G.
Yep. Boy, sweet.
Yeah, I'm getting a very sweet nose, and I'm getting a slight alcohol punch to this one.
Yeah, actually, the more before we started with the live stuff, we were talking before, but now I do get a little bit more of the alcohol. Some kind of citrus for me.
I'm getting a little bit of a cinnamon on there.
Yeah,
definitely. I'm with you on that. I do get a lot of cinnamon on this one.
Yeah, there's like a cherry cinnamon on this that.
Yeah, I would agree. That kind of like that dark fruit cinnamon is kind of starting to come through a little bit.
Yeah. Bird Dog is having some Dickel Rye. Nice. that's an old favorite. Man, if I had to guess, I'm probably wrong, but it smells like Weller 107 to me. It smells like Weller Antique.
Yeah, you had mentioned that before, but to be honest, I haven't probably had enough of the 107 to know whether or not that this is what this is.
Yeah. Hey, Richie Z's in. Bourbon Shenanigans is in. How you doing, Mike? Welcome, guys. We are doing some blind tastings. Welcome to the show.
Hey, guys.
Oh yeah, he mentioned. So it's cool. We all have some channel shirts on. Scott's kind enough to wear mine. I just got mine from Roy today over at Aquavite.
Cool.
Dan is sporting Whiskey in the Six.
Yeah, this is the only one I have here, so I figured I would represent Rob here tonight.
That's okay. Got to represent, man. Got to represent.
I don't know. So now I'm sniffing Oh man, I'm sipping G. I don't know, maybe a wild turkey vibe to it.
Boy.
I don't know.
Man.
This one's all over the place.
This is,
So cinnamon and cherry forward. I can't.
yeah, this is where I'm kind of struggling. That's kind of where I'm at too. This is dark fruit. This is like dark fruit and cinnamon for me.
I want to say this one is sherry finished or something.
Boy, see, I don't get the finish. I don't get that finish influence on it.
Not getting that either, huh?
Oh no.
Hey, Moose.
But,
Moose is in the house. Let's see. OGD Bottled and Bond. Always a great pick. How you doing, guys?
Now, I know, Scott, you said you get the citrus on the nose. This is something where I actually get a little bit of the citrus on the front of the palate for me. So
yeah.
All right.
Well, this will be the thing. Once you start to kind of taste and smell and kind of put all that stuff together. But yeah, for me, just smelling, I have a hard time. I pick up a lot of, standard bourbon notes, but once that thing hits the palate, then it all kind of changes. So
there's one nose that I can always pick out, usually 90% of the time, what it is, and that's a bean bourbon. So
yeah.
Like a Booker's or a Knob Creek, I can usually pick that out. It just has a specific smell that I just kind of am used to.
Yeah, and I guess for me, I would say for me that this would not be in that kind of like flavor profile that this is very like kind of like beamish at all. So
this doesn't have the bean funk to it.
No. All
right, you ready for a cheers?
Yeah.
Boys?
Cheers, guys.
Cheers out there.
Cheers.
What the hell?
Wow.
Yeah, that is not a Weller at all. Wow. That is really.
Well, there's a little bit of heat there. There's some proof to that.
Yeah, it is hot. It's got such a. What the hell is that aftertaste?
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. Like when you were talking like finished bourbon before or finished something, now you start to pick up a little bit of something. There's a little bit of a finishing note to that.
What the hell is that? It's smoky. I'm getting a smoke on the finish.
Yeah.
Do either of you get a citrus note at all?
Oh yeah.
I get a what?
I think it definitely starts off citrusy, but then it finishes very smoky. Do you get smoke on it, Dan?
Yeah.
I didn't pick up any smoke on it when I had it. Again, I'm not sipping on this one just because I have what I have is not open. But
this is gonna be really strange, but I'm starting to pick up like a cotton candy note. This is really weird, like something I've never had. Like I'm getting this like cotton candy type of note to it, like a real like sweet.
See, for me,
God, man, this is not like anything familiar at all.
It's finishing like a what is that? It's like almost like a grassy note.
Man, I don't know what. So,
I don't know what that is. It's one of the most unique bourbons I've had. That's really different.
The only thing I can kind of compare this to.
Yeah, Richie said tobacco, but
yeah, I'm not getting like I mean for me, are you? It's a little bit dry, but not overly dry.
No, it's not out at all. But it's it's got like this. I don't know, grassy, herbal. It's very herbal on the end, and I can't pick out what herb I'm picking up, but it's very herbal to me.
If you guys were to guess a proof on this, what would it be?
Oh man, I'm gonna guess. Let me go back.
Yeah, it's pretty hot. I would guess. I don't know if that's from being high proof or if it's being young. So I'm trying to figure out what it is.
I know. I'd guess between 100 and 105. That would be my guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say about 110.
Would you? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the heat goes away really quickly for me.
You know,
And then it's left with this interesting, for me, I'm wondering, to be honest, if this is something that's like old, like we were talking dusty before. This is real strange from a standpoint of flavor profile that you don't ever have. Like, this is not something that would be, to me, like a new bourbon. Like, this is not a new bourbon flavor for me. So this is something that would be, for me, if I had to say, I would say now, like, kind of as I talk and it starts to finish, for me, I'd say this is going to be an older, dusty something. I don't know what, but that's what my guess would be.
I would agree with you, because I think that thing I'm getting on the end is like an old, dusty, very, I don't know. It almost, it's like a barrel with like moss on it to me on the finish, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's just that kind of like, it's that old, like musty flavor. Like, the more you kind of like sip on it, that's not a flavor profile that I would say is anything even remotely close to like what you're going to taste in newer bourbons, or even anything in this, like, modern era, the 2000s. I think this is older. I mean, I don't know. I'd guess maybe, I don't know. I mean, this could go back to 70s or 80s or something. So, but that'd be my guess.
I agree with both of you. At the end, on the back of the palate, the finish, you get a grassy note. So you guys are correct on that one.
All right.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah. All right. So I have my notes here. I'm just gonna say old dusty. Grassy herbal. All right. So we'll go with that. All right. So I'm gonna take a sip and we'll move on to D, which is our next one.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna grab some. I forgot to grab water. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some water real quick.
All right, cool. All right, Dan. So you threw us for a loop on that first one. So I'm gonna go into the second one, which is D. This one, if you could see, guys, it's way darker than G was. Got a really nice caramel color to it. So let's go into
this is one that I truly enjoy here. I only have one bottle. I've only found one bottle, so I try to savor it as much as I can.
Oh, so there's a clue. It's rare. Okay, I gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know what you sent, but this smells like It smells like a rye to me. It's got.
All right, so we're into D then, hey? Okay.
Yeah. So Scott, I've started nosing D here.
This is what I'm currently sipping on as well.
Boy.
Yeah, this smells like a rye to me. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, either that or maybe a high rye bourbon or something.
Yeah.
What I need to do is I'm gonna cheat a bit. I'm gonna go on to the next. I wanted to smell something that was maybe not a rye. Yeah, I would. Boy, I don't know if it's rye or not. It may be something higher rye, but see, for me, I'm getting like there's definitely that spice that's there. I mean, from the rye, but I don't know if it's strong enough. Like, I'm not picking up that like heavy spearmint or like that pickle note that I would from like a rye itself. So
I'm getting that. The reason why I'm saying rye is because I'm getting that slight dill note on it.
You are getting that, hey?
Just a slight, but it's not strong enough that it's convincing me that it's definitely a rye.
Yeah, I do get that. I do get that as well. And I think if nothing else, if it's not rye, it's for sure high rye would be my guess.
All right, I'm going in. Cheers.
Yeah. Okay. Cheers.
All right.
Wow.
I'm still saying rye, but it's a rye I've never had, and it's delicious.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think it is. I think it is a rye.
Mm.
You are both correct. It is a rye.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Good call. Yeah, I think once you taste that, that's rye for sure. And it is. It's a very, very it's definitely got some age to it. It's a really well-rounded rye.
It's got this really interesting for me on the finish, I'm getting this really nice caramelized sugar. It's weird. It tastes like a rye up front, maybe mid palate, and then on the end it's like these really nice caramelized sugars.
Yeah, I agree. It's a really nice, well-balanced, sweet rye. It's not the one thing I don't like about some ryes is when you taste like just a big, huge like dill pickle. This is not that at all. This is a really nice, well-balanced, sweet rye. This would be great.
Nicely balanced.
For me, this is one of the best finishing ryes for my palate anyway.
Yeah. It's I can see why. I mean, this is I mean, regardless of price or whatever this is, that's a really, really nice rye. Dry as hell, but really, really nice. I mean, it makes you want to just keep drinking more of it.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Scott. It does dry you out a little bit, but
yeah,
that aftertaste on it is so delicious. Yeah, I want to keep going back into it. I don't want to stop.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice and sweet. I mean, boy, you know, for me, like if I had to guess, I wonder if this is a Russell's Reserve rye.
Russell's Reserve?
I don't know. It somehow tastes like that.
My guess was going to be a store pick whistle pig or something.
Oh, you think so? Hey,
maybe. They do a lot of finishing, but I'm trying to think of. Oh wait, well actually, Dan, you might have been upstairs getting your water. Dan did say he was only able to get a bottle of this, and it's hard to get. So,
okay.
So that maybe makes me think it's a.
I mean, I don't think this is Kentucky Owl.
No. Well, I've never had Kentucky Owl, so I can't.
Well, the only reason I don't think this is like Kentucky Owl or something is that the Owl had way more dill to it. This is a lot sweeter. And it's dark.
Mm-hmm.
It's dark. It doesn't taste like it.
I have a guess. I think I know what it is, but I'm not. I'm going to save it to the end.
All right. I don't think this is like a Willet or anything like that.
No, definitely. Willet is more of a traditional rye.
Yeah, I agree.
This has complexity to it. So
yeah, I agree. It's fantastic. Whatever it is.
This is one of the best ryes I've personally ever had.
Yeah, I don't know what this is, Dan. But this is delicious. Thank you.
Yeah, very, very good.
See, we have some here. So Moose is saying Sazerac. It's definitely not Sazerac Moose. It's way more concentrated. Peter White, Van Winkle Family Rye 13-year. That's an interesting guess. Richie Z, Thomas Handy BTAC. Wow. If that's what this is, I've never had it, so I couldn't even compare. So
man, I've had it, but this doesn't remind me of that. I mean, this is really, for me, like if you were gonna describe like a high-end rye, this would be like everything you'd want to have in that. So I mean, could this be something that's like in that range? I'd say for sure. I mean, this is a really well balanced rye.
I think this one's going to surprise you.
You guys had Pikesville rye. Reminds me a little bit of Pikesville, but with more depth to it.
Yeah, this one's going to surprise you.
All right, I have a guess, but I'm not going to say anything.
I just wrote down as D with a big old smiley face. Is that accurate?
Yes.
I just put a smiley face, and I put next to that, I want more.
And what's even better is I still have some left, so I'm very happy.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna have some water. We're gonna get into F.
Okay.
All right, awesome. Here we go.
Man, oh man, that's going to be tough to beat right there, I'll tell you. All right. All right, we're back to bourbon.
Yeah, yeah, we're definitely back to bourbon on this one. And
yeah,
this one,
a little corny.
This one isn't too alcoholic to me.
No, a little bit.
Bourbon Shenanigans. Whiskey Alter said High West Double Rye. Maybe. Bourbon Shenanigans. You guys have to remember. I seem to remember Dan has some good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, Dan does have some good stuff.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Something he did mention that it's hard to get. So I wouldn't think it was the High West Double Rye.
I see Dan once in a while on the interweb, so I know he's got some good stuff there probably.
For my area, it's hard to get. Some other people might be able to get this one very easily. So
okay, all right. So F on the nose. Let's see. This one is definitely a bourbon.
Right. Yeah.
Not too.
Yeah, kind of sweet caramel.
Got some heat to it. It's a pretty good bourbon nose.
Yeah.
It's definitely got some heat. I'm having a hard time getting past the alcohol right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say the same thing for me too. I'm picking up a fair amount of heat. It's kind of blocking a little bit of the other stuff.
With this one, I do the old Fredno and do the chew.
Kentucky
get a lot of the flavor from that.
Oh, by the way, everyone, speaking of Kentucky Chew, I just picked up a bottle on Tuesday. I'm going to be doing a live review of that probably over the weekend. So keep an eye out for that.
That Booker's?
Yeah, the Booker's Kentucky Chew, the new one that just came out for this. It's the second release. Yeah. I'm sorry.
I guess speaking of Booker's, I mean, I know some people prefer other batches and stuff, but for me, I mean, you barely can ever go wrong. I mean, they really do a good job with Booker's as far as I'm concerned. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They have that small batching of that stuff down to a science, whatever it is. So.
Yeah.
I will say there's usually one batch out of the lot for each year that I find more unique than others. And for this year so far, the Kathleen's batch, the first one, was probably has been the most standout one of the other two. Actually Backyard Barbecue, but I have to have Kentucky Chew and kind of test that theory. Let's see here on the nose.
All right.
I'm going in on the palate on this one because
I'm not getting a lot. That second we had D, man, it is killing it right now.
Yeah. All right.
If anyone is wondering what I'm doing, I have to pour my dram off to the side so you guys can see the bottles that I'm drinking. So
which letter are you pouring right now, Dan?
I'm with you guys on letter F.
Okay.
All right, very cool. All right, here we go.
Now for me, I just had some of that, so you'll see. I get a little bit of a finishing influence, but heavy like tobacco.
That tastes like pure peanut butter.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. It was it is a peanut butter bomb, actually.
Dan, is this finished in peanut butter barrels? What the hell is this?
Yeah. This is for sure. Now, so here's going to be my guess right away. So this is one of two things. Like we were talking about Beam and stuff before. Like to me, if I was going to guess, I wouldn't bet my life on it, but I think this is a Knob Creek. I don't know, but this is for me with Beam and that nuttiness. The only other thing I pick up this much nutty flavor on is some Heaven Hill, but for me, this has got Beam like written all over it. Like I would guess that this was a Knob Creek pick.
Yeah, with the peanut butter finish, I would agree with you, Scott. The only thing that's deterring me from thinking that this is a Beam or a Knob Creek or maybe even a Booker's, it doesn't have that that funk on the end. This is just like pure peanut butter. But I'm waiting. Yeah. I'm waiting for the funk to hit me so I can see that it's either a Booker's or a Knob Creek. I'm not getting it. It just tastes like a bag of fresh peanuts. It's crazy.
Man, for me, like if I was guessing, this is like I'm a little reluctant to say this is a Knob Creek 120, But man, I think this could be a Knob Creek 120. That'd be my guess. If I had to guess right now, that's what I would say this was. This.
Yeah. No,
that's my guess. But
let's see here. Bourbon Shenanigan. Oh, Moose is saying Knob Creek. Therese, let's see. Bourbon Booker's. Jif batch. That could be it. The Jiffy batch.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
And, my friend Terry in Long Island is in the chat room. How you doing, Terry?
Yeah, Jason, forget about your review. We just took care of that right now. So.
Let's see. Bourbon is a good one. Let's see. What's up, Peter? Okay, here we go. I got to go back in this.
It's crazy. Man.
You guys get any bananas?
Dan. No banana. Like, okay, I'm not getting any damn bananas. So, like, if that's the case, like, now I'm trying to think if he just slipped in some freaking Jack Daniels, like, barrel proof or something.
That's true, because I always get banana on Jack Daniels. So it's like the banana chips. That's Jack.
Yeah. Oh, man, this can't be Jack Daniels. Like, you spell banana on Jack Daniels. And I'm not even picking that up.
Unless this is the new Jack Daniels bottled and bond that I haven't had yet.
Man, I don't know, but it's good. It's high proof, though.
It is good. I'm, for my guess, I'm just going to say it's a, I don't know what the hell that is. What the hell? See, Booker's is the one bourbon I do get a lot of peanut butter on, but it doesn't have that Beam funk. So now it's deterring me from seeing it's a Beam product, so I'm not sure. Yeah, that is peanut butter heaven right there. I mean, you do get as you mentioned, you did say Heaven Hill, so it could be a Heaven Hill product.
Yeah, I mean, the only other thing I can think of would be with something that's high proof. I guess if we kind of go through some of the high proof things that like Heaven Hill have, the only thing I can think of that would be that high proof, I don't know, like maybe like the William Heaven Hill, but I don't even know if that's this high a proof. I don't think that's this high. This is a fairly high proof bourbon right here.
Moose says Knob Creek. Final answer.
I don't know. I'm gonna stick. I think it's Knob Creek. That's my
bourbon.
My
Bourbon Shenanigans saying Elijah Craig barrel proof. You know what? If this is an older Elijah Craig barrel proof, I might agree with you, but I'm not sure. All right, this one's really good though. I'm really enjoying that drink.
But I guess the one thing I would say about like the Elijah Craig barrel proof is maybe going back, I haven't had as many of the older ones, but I get way more sweetness on the Elijah Craig barrel proof than I am with this.
Actually, more often than not, that tastes like a Snickers bar, Elijah Craig barrel proof.
Yeah, this is like a peanut butter bomb.
Terry Garcia, let's see. It's Craig of the Creek, small batch. So my buddy Mike that lives in New York, this is his wife Terry. They have a son, Will, and he was here when they were visiting me here in Ohio, and we were tasting a bunch of bourbons that I had. So his idea was to like mix Knob Creek and Elijah Craig together and make Craig of the Creek.
Craig of the Creek.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting blend, that's for sure.
Yeah. All right. That one's good. I think that's
okay.
That's number 2 for me, but D is still number 1.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go into B now.
Yeah, I gotta let these open up a little bit.
I'm gonna take a little bit of water here.
All right, so as you guys know, I did send you both a personal sample of something that I truly enjoy. I don't know if we'll have time to get to it at the end of this video, but if you wanted to, if you had time, you could always dip into that as well. And I have one of those bottles here currently with me. So.
All right, well, it's 10 o'clock. We got 30 minutes. I think we could get through it, and we'll see. We'll try to leave some time at the end. If we got to go a little bit over, we can do that. So.
Well, I don't have to work tomorrow, so let's just keep on rolling.
All right. I'm going into B. Here we go.
All right.
All right. So this smells like Jim Beam funk to me.
Really?
I'm just saying. This has the funk. Oh, and it's high proof. Woo!
It's Boy, there's definitely that like cinnamon, like that red hot cinnamon that's there.
Absolutely. Red hot.
There's some alcohol there for sure. Holy moly.
Yeah, this is high proof. It's got a real nuttiness to it. I would say this would be a Booker's if I had to guess. Even more than the last one. This has the funk to me.
This is dark too, so.
Yeah, it's real dark. This is.
Yeah, it's oaky. Like I'm picking up a fair amount of oak.
Yeah.
But still sweet. There's that kind of sweet corn smell to it.
There's this one here. I get an overwhelming amount of flavor off of this one here. So
say again.
I get an overwhelming amount of flavor off of this one here.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah, like this, like the nose you said before. Like this would lean you towards like maybe a Booker's.
This one I would think is a Booker or some kind of beam. Definitely, I would say. I mean, based on the color and the nose, I would say Booker. Yeah. Even a well, I don't know. This smells a little bit too hot to be Knob Creek like single barrel, but
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe I would probably go with Booker's on this one. Wow, that's a really great nose.
Still sweet though. Still sweet.
It's sweet. It's nutty. It's got a little bit of that funk. You smell the corn. That's why I'm leaning towards a Booker's.
Yeah. Well, let's get into this.
Dan, if this is Booker's center cut, I'm going to freak out.
No, surprisingly, the only Booker's that I have is Kathleen's batch.
Oh, so it's not a Booker's. Son of a beach. Okay.
Yeah. Here comes the Italian.
All right. All right, I'm going for a dram. Cheers, boys.
All right. Cheers, guys.
Oh, yeah, that's Beam. That's Beam, baby.
Ooh.
I don't know.
That's got some heat.
Moose says, okay, so Peter White saying Knob Creek single barrel. Yeah, Pete, I maybe guessed that, but I felt like it wasn't it seems hotter than the Knob Creek. Jim Beam Distiller's Masterpiece. Moose. I don't think I've ever had that one. Wow.
So you don't think this could be an Elijah Craig barrel proof?
Let me go back in, buddy. Hold on.
Man, I'm getting a little bit of that sweet nuttiness that I pick up from Elijah Craig.
Now that you're saying that, Scott, you go up, man.
Oh man.
What do you guys get on the finish?
I get like a sweet cinnamon is kind of what I get. A little bit of vanilla. The only thing is I tend to get more of a sweeter finish on the Elijah Craig barrel proofs. I'm not getting as much of that on the finish as I am with this. So
I get like a burnt caramel apple on the finish. Cinnamon. Like if you left apple pie on the stove too long, like the inside cooking those apples, like that's what I'm getting on the finish. It's really cinnamony, but it's also nutty at the same time. That's good. That's good. Dan, what are your you don't have to say what it is, obviously, but what do you get on the palate on this one?
Yeah, well, when you said the burnt apple, I nodded my head because I 100% agree with you on that as the finish. So
yeah. It's a heavy, like super heavy apple note for me, but like a real toasted down, covered in brown sugar apple.
It reminds me a little bit of what we had like when we were talking the other night or last week. We were getting that kind of like that fall Christmassy type of drink. Like this lends you to like a nice fall spiced apple type of of flavor.
This is hot. So this is a sitting on the porch in November, sipping on this type of dram. This is good. This is real good.
Yeah.
Like, holy crap! Now I'm getting, as it opens up and I'm sniffing it more, I'm getting like allspice, like pumpkin pie allspice. Not pumpkin flavor, but like an allspice. You know what I mean? Mm.
Yeah. This is like a. It's just like a fall. it's like a fall wrapped into a bourbon. It's like exactly what this tastes like to me. You know,
This one is a high proof bourbon. If you guys do have a little bit of water in front of you, I would recommend just putting a drop in there. And for me, it changed the profile almost completely.
Oh yeah, all right. I got some more. I'm gonna do it.
all right. I put just a drop in, so.
Yeah, me too. 'Cause I don't have much left, so I've been sipping on that. Let's check the chat here. Moose 76. He said PX Sherry. No, Moose, it's definitely not sweet enough to be PX Sherry.
No.
Jeremy from Sipper Social Club is here. How you doing, man? Thanks for
Hey, Jeremy.
Yeah, Jeremy, if you guys haven't seen his channel yet, definitely go check it out. He's got some starter videos. He does some really great reviews, quick reviews. He really knows his stuff. I love your videos, Jeremy. Yeah, keep it up.
Yeah, he does a great job with the scotches and stuff. In between some of your stuff that you've been doing in September and watching Jeremy.
Yeah.
You know, and him and when Rob get into all that stuff all helps me out because I'm not a Scotch guy for the most part, but just kind of getting into some of this stuff and listening to the flavor profiles and stuff, it really kind of helps me to kind of decide what may match best for me, for flavor profile wise. So, but yeah, he does a great job
too. So,
what's that?
Those guys know their Scotch too.
Yeah, they do. I
learned so much from watching from Rob and the Scotch House Dummies, going through tasting notes before I started my Scotch journey in September. It's been real interesting to see the different flavor profiles as I go along. I'm going to be shooting the next one. So this guy is my next review, which is the Highland Park 12, which has some peat in it. So I haven't really gotten into the peated stuff yet. So I'm looking forward to trying that. You have the Old Putney, which is a maritime dram. So this is a Scotch that they say you can pick up some salts from the ocean on that and some other cool flavors. So I'm really looking forward to getting those and seeing, out of all these regions and all these different Scotches that I'm trying, what I really like. So far, my favorite other ones I've reviewed have been, I would say it's probably between the Balvenie 12 and also the Compass Box Spice Tree. The Glendronach 12 was delicious. It was just a little bit overly sweet to me, whereas the Compass Box had a nice balance of spice, sweet, and oak. So,
yeah. The one thing I and somebody sent to me like not long ago, they sent me, and this was probably a really bad way to start, and Jeremy and the guys who understand way more about Scotch can probably explain more about this, but one of the guys off of Instagram sent me the Lafroig 8-year.
Oh God!
I struggled with that. I was like, this is like, I mean, you may as well have dumped like a friggin' dirt bomb in my mouth. This was it was disgusting to me. And I don't know, I mean, you guys can, if you probably know way more about Scotch than I do, clearly, but I mean, it was clearly the wrong place to start. I should have started more on the monkey shoulder side than I should have with the Lafroig side, because that was a mistake. And my palate was not ready for dirty. So anyway,
Mike,
I digressed.
Mike in the chat is enjoying your misery from going into Lafroig first.
God. It was just like, I mean, if that's what somebody told me Scotch tasted like, I would literally never drink that stuff ever again. So I apologize if anybody from Lafroig is watching this stream right now, but it is not it's not something I wanted to start off with. I'll tell you that. So
Moose says HP 12 and OP is good stuff. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into that, Moose. Chris B in the house, how you doing, man? He said he's late. Better late than never, buddy. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, there's some good guys in here. A lot of the same people that we see through and through. I mean, it's awesome to get the support. We see the same guys. Richie, Chris, Bourbon Shenanigans,
Jeremy,
Richie, Peter. I mean, all these guys. These are awesome guys. So
it's great. Thanks guys for dropping in. I know it's my channel's barely a month old, and I've gotten a lot of support already, and I really appreciate it. And Scott and Dan have been so kind to help out on this live stream. I can't thank the whiskey community enough. So with that, let's go into our final one, which is letter A, and let's see what we got.
All right.
I just poured myself a dram of this as well. So
Okay.
Okay.
Wow, this is super sweet on the nose.
this one's gonna twist your head a little bit.
Boy, it's already different. I mean, this is already a different. Oh boy.
Yeah, this doesn't have the. This is so far. This is probably between, well, D, F, and B, which is the middle three, had very, pretty much good bourbon profiles. G had that crazy weird smell to it, and A bar is probably the sweetest on the nose. So
yeah, it's real what am I trying to think of here? Not rotten fruit, but a oh jeez, like where it's like starting to ferment a little bit.
Yeah.
Like sweet like that.
Yeah, this is like. Oh wait, I just picked up a. Oh wow, this is like a.
Oh, this is really strange.
Like a Grand Marnier smell to it, like a.
Yeah.
Like
the finish on this one is gonna get you.
Orange and vanilla. I'm getting. Well, if the finish doesn't match the nose, I'm not sure what the hell I'm drinking.
Yeah, it's real for me now. I'm getting this kind of like a creamsicle type of sweetness to it.
Yeah, creamsicle. That's a good call, Scott. Like an orangey creamsicle. It's got some good wood notes to it. This one is probably the most complex nose so far.
I would say whatever this is not a familiar nose to me at all. So this is maybe something I've never had before.
All right, before we get into tasting, let's see what we got going on here. Chris Beaton, he broke out the Bookers for tonight. Nice job, Chris. Always a good favorite. Richie Z is having Elijah Craig Barrel Proof C917. Yeah, man, that is one of my favorites, the C917.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Richie had a Cavalan Sherrywood earlier. Oh, nice. That sounds good.
Yeah, I've heard some good things about the Cavalan. That like a lot of their line and stuff. I heard some good things about that.
They really make some really good juice. Bird Dog says his first scotch was the Lafroig 10 Heavenly. I confess, I love the peat. So Bird Dog was he was in it to win it from the beginning.
Yeah, Bird Dog. We'll have to agree to disagree on that, buddy.
Let's see. Terry said, "I see so many additions to that shelf since we were there. Mash and Drum is stocking up." Yeah, Terry. I obviously have a problem. So.
Yeah.
All right. Going for the taste. Last dram, boys.
All right. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Oh, what the hell? Wow, that is.
Boy.
What is that? Hold on, I need some water because these.
Boy, that is.
I gotta cleanse my palate and go back in on that.
That's interesting. Yeah, you've done Dan, you gave us a good mashup of these, I'll tell you, in terms of the order to do this stuff. And I feel completely like I'm lost. I don't even know where the hell to go to anymore. I'm like, I'm all over the place with this stuff now.
What the hell is that flavor? It's making me crazy. I know what it is. I'm just trying to think about it in my head.
What do you guys get on the finish on this one?
As weird as this is going to sound, like I'm tasting like Coca-Cola. This is weird. I get like a Coca-Cola. I get this like weird sweet Coca-Cola taste.
I'm getting licorice. Black licorice, like Sambuca, like what my grandmother used to sneak in my coffee when I was growing up.
Oh. Yeah.
Dan, what do you get on this one? I'm just curious.
I get mocha on the finish.
Mocha.
Yeah, I can I can see that for sure. There is some.
That's a really good call, Dan. I didn't even think of
some chocolatey. Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure there, I would say.
It's definitely got a chocolate note to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like a milk chocolate, a light chocolate. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, boy, that's not something that's familiar to me at all. Yeah, I do see, like, as you talk more, that that kind of chocolatey note does really kind of start to come through a little bit.
Now that my palate is getting used to it, it's a big chocolatey finish on it, definitely. But I still,
I mean, with a lot of these, I didn't want to I didn't want to go too crazy with it. I want to keep it interesting, so there may not be, I see a lot of the comments in the chat about some higher end stuff, but I think you guys are going to be surprised by what some of these are.
Yeah, this is like chocolate covered licorice to me. Mm.
Yeah, I mean, and for me, it's starting to get really, really heavy on the dark fruit side of things. So I'm starting to pick up a lot of that, like a chocolate and dark fruit type of note.
Yeah, I am getting, it's like coffee bean, licorice, and chocolate. That's what I'm getting on the finish. But what I was getting on the nose, it wasn't even close to what I'm getting on the palate, which is amazing.
Yeah, little bit of heat. So I mean, there's some proof to it.
There's definitely some heat to it.
Yeah.
So mocha, I mean, I have one guess for this one too, just because he said mocha, and it only has to do with. Yeah, I have one guess for this one, only because he said mocha. And I don't know what it is, but when he said mocha, I had an idea of what it could be, but I could be totally off. You know what? Because so Old Forester and some of their bottles that I've had has a deep chocolate finish to me as well. So I'm thinking Old Forester, but also when he said mocha, it made me think of something else. But yeah, that's a high proof, man. I could feel it. It's like my my barrel proof mashup. My entire Kentucky has been hugged, and that's what I'm feeling right now.
Yeah, that's really good. The more you drink that, this
is getting better with as it sits.
Yeah,
sipping on it.
For sure. I think this is one of those ones that, like you and I do in reviews, where if you review this based on one sip, to me, I think you would be doing this bourbon an injustice. I mean, I think you have to have, this is like one of those ones you've got to go back to 3, 4, 5 times and let this thing sit in your mouth for a little bit, chew on this thing, and let whatever it is that happens in your mouth. Because now, as that finish begins to develop, man, it is a lot of chocolate. It is a lot of chocolate.
It is just enveloping, and it's super mouth coating. The proof on it, whatever it is, it's like perfect. I would say this has got to be between like 115, 120, I would think.
Like you said Old Forester before, and you were like, kind of, for me, like, I think if I had to guess, like, I think this is like maybe close to like an Old Forester, like single barrel or something.
It could be. I mean, Old Forester does have those chocolatey notes to me that I get all the time. But
man,
I'll tell you though, I'll say it now. So Dan said mocha once he said mocha, it made me think of the. I was at a bar, probably, was it last year? This is the same bar that I had finally tasted a George T. Stagg and a William LaRue Weller. So I'll never forget this place, obviously, because those were the best bourbons I ever put in my mouth. But they also had a Maker's Mark, a select bottle with they had a poster, and I just remember seeing the word mocha. They had like mocha staves on it, and they had all these different, staves that they finished the bourbon in to make it, have a specific flavor profile. while I didn't have it, I just saw the word mocha, so I thought, oh, maybe mocha, maybe it's a Maker's Mark. But I feel like I don't realize the private selects can go this high in proof, so it's kind of throwing me off.
So do you think this is a wheater?
I don't know. It's. I'm not getting any real kick to it other than the alcohol. So I mean, maybe it could be, but
yeah.
I'm still leaning towards Old Forester, but if it's a mocha, the only reason why I'm saying maybe one of those Maker's Mark private barrels is because of the that mocha stave. The bartender was kind enough to kind of show me exactly what they, and a mocha stave was one of them. So I saw mocha, and that's what I thought. But I'm not sure this. It's hard for me to judge if it's a wheater or not because it's high proof to it. You know, when it's lower, I to pick that out a little bit better.
Yeah. I mean, now that you say that, I mean, I do get a little bit of a floral note, which you'll kind of pick up with some of the wheated bourbons, but
now it's getting even sweeter. This bourbon is super complex.
Yeah, it's really good. Like, I mean, honestly, I really hope that from a selfish standpoint that whatever we have here is something that you can get, like, really, for the most part, like, I don't have to spend $400 for it, or I have to spend $100 or whatever it is. Like, I want to know, like, is something here like $19 or something? Is this the 25 and under? I'm hoping so, because this is some really good. This is some really good stuff.
All right, so it's 10:22. We've gone through all these samples, tasted them, wrote down some notes. Give me, I'm gonna actually rate them here. And then I'll go through. Well, I'm having a hard time at 3 and 4 here. Both of those are pretty good. F and B, I'm having a hard time, but okay. I think I'm ready with my favorites. What do you got?
Yeah, me too. All right, so here's what I went with. So I guess I'll.
What's your last place?
Okay, my last place is actually where we started with G.
That's my last
place.
So Dan.
Okay.
Reveal letter G. What was letter G?
All right. Letter G is a 1976 Rebel Yell. Came out of the Miller Distillery. This is an open menu that I have right now. That's why I said I could not crack it at the time.
Yeah.
So. That's a 1976 Rebel Yell?
Correct. Yeah, made out of the Stitzel-Weller Distillery. It's only 90 proof.
Wow. Well, hey, we nailed it on the Dusty, that it was a completely unique, different flavor profile. That was something that you just don't taste that.
That tasted old.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's cool. All right.
Yeah, that is awesome.
All right. What was your fourth place, Scott?
My fourth was letter F.
Letter F was fourth?
Yeah, letter F was fourth.
That was my fourth place too. All right. What is letter F? What's the peanut butter?
Letter F is the Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
It's from bourbon, scotch, and beer in New Jersey.
So that's a Jack Daniels single barrel.
Barrel proof. Yes.
Really interesting.
That is.
It was. Comes in. That one came in at 130.1 proof.
Woo! Yeah, dude.
Right, so
that was pure peanut butter. And then you said banana. I was like, wait, he stuck a Jack Daniels in there.
All right, so F was.
All right, so that's a Jack Daniels. About Dan, what was the store pick for that?
It's from a place called Bourbon, Scotch, and Beer in New Jersey.
Huh.
Scotch and beer in New Jersey. That's awesome, man. Awesome. Okay.
All right.
All right, Scotty. What was your third place?
All right, so my third place was letter B as in boy.
I think we have the same. That was really, man. That's my third place.
Yeah, crazy. All right, I'll be interested to know what this is.
What you got, Danny? What is it?
This one is a Knob Creek.
Oh, yes, I knew it.
Single barrel. This is a store pick from Benny's. It's a 135.1 proof. 13 year and 7 month.
Is that what we guess is the Knob Creek?
I guess. I knew it was Beam, but I guess Booker's. I didn't realize. I said Knob, but I thought it was too hot to be Booker's. But now that it's a store pick Knob Creek single barrel, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's from Benny's. They pick great stuff.
Yeah,
they do a good job.
That is awesome. Oh my God, that's awesome, Dan. That's good stuff.
And Dan, what did you say the proof was on that again?
135.1.
Dear Lord.
Man, that's crazy though. Like I gotta do this real quick. That does not taste like 135 proof though. That's crazy.
Oh, Scott, didn't you put water in it?
Yeah, I did. Damn it.
I got some left, so I'm gonna sip on that.
Man, that was really good though. Really good.
Sip of it again. Now that the water's been sitting in it a little bit, and now it's like it's just pure cherry and almond. It's delicious.
Yeah, that's what I said. It completely changed the profile for me.
Absolutely. Yeah, totally, Dan.
I think the next hour is gonna now be adding water to these, and let's just go right on back through.
We're going 2 hours. All right.
Oh boy.
All right. So second place. What do you got?
All right. So this is gonna be whether we're spot on or not. But my second place is letter A.
Dude, we have the same lineup, bro. What the hell?
Oh, letter A was fantastic too.
I think out of all of them, this is the one I'm most curious about. So Dan, reveal letter A you got.
Letter A. It's the Maker's Mark Private Select.
God,
damn.
Are you kidding?
Oh man, that's awesome.
And this one has 2 of the roasted French mocha staves.
Yeah.
So
you nailed it.
That's the only reason why, though, I said that is because that was the only time I ever saw mocha listed in a flavor profile was on the Maker's Mark Private Select. I wouldn't have guessed it to be this at all if I never saw that. That's an amazing select for Maker's Mark. Who selected that? Where's that from?
That is also from Bourbon, Scotch, and Beer in New Jersey.
Holy cow! Are you by any chance very close to this place?
I'm not. I go on vacation there. So.
Oh man!
Yeah.
Wow,
that was really good.
Holy crap! That's delicious.
And what was the proof of that one?
Yeah.
This one was 111.7.
Oh, that's lower.
Man,
that's lower than I thought.
That was really, really good. Really good.
Yeah,
but I never.
I have one up here too, buddy. I have a Maker's Mark Private Select right here that I picked up. I had to beg a restaurant to sell it to me because I tried it and it was so good. This one has one French mocha in there.
Okay.
It has 3 toasted French spice, 4 French cuvées, and 1 baked America Pure. So it's pretty.
See, and I wonder if a mash bill, or not really a mash bill, but the staves to influence that. I wonder if that would give you more of a rye type of note than it would like a wheated bourbon. Because to me, I just was not getting a wheated bourbon note to that. I just wasn't. I don't know if it was a little bit of the heat that was throwing me off or what, but I would have never have guessed that was a wheater.
No, I definitely didn't think it was a wheater, for sure. The finish on that with the chocolate was just so. The chocolate and the sweetness was making me not think it was definitely. It was definitely not a rye, but it also didn't taste like a it didn't taste like a high proof bourbon to me. It was just so sweet. But like I said, that chocolate note on there had me leaning toward Old Forester.
Yeah. It just
when you said
really
Old Forester single barrel, I definitely got to thinking that it could be it. But once I said mocha, then I thought that mocha spice stayed. Yeah, some of these private selects, if you ever see one on the menu at any restaurant or any institution, wherever you may be, restaurant, bar, wherever you are, I highly recommend trying it because some of them are real gems. So
yeah, that would be. I mean, that would be one of those bourbons right there to just, take your time with. That was for sure something that you needed to let open up a little bit, sip on that thing, because it changed. I mean, from sip one to all the way till now, it's totally changed.
Scott, take a sniff of it now. Look how sweet and delicious it got. Just sitting out. It's awesome. That's
man. Yeah, that's really, really, really a good bourbon right there.
Dan, I think you should
call
buddies in New Jersey and tell them to convince makers to actually make a bottling of this.
Man, that's
it's
really
probably
good. I mean,
the best store picks I've ever had out of every store pick. I mean,
man, were you able to try that before you bought it, or did you just buy it blind?
I was able to try it. I tried a sample of it and just fell in love with it. Really.
Yeah,
man, that was.
Peter White said I have a 2012 George C. Stagg 142 proof. Dear Lord, that's hot.
That's hazmat.
Yeah, that's hazmat.
Yeah, that's.
Jim, I bought quite a few, but drank most. That Maker sounds amazing. Yeah, Richie, it is. It's
man,
really, really great bourbon. It is so good.
And the tough part about that is we're talking about Makers, specifically right now, but the difficult part is, as much as we love that, there could be another one that has none of what we're talking about in it and not like it at all.
That's the thing. That's why I'm saying the Maker's Mark, these private selects, the people that go in there know what they're doing, really know how to create a great bourbon. I mean, this one that I mentioned that I picked up at the restaurant was so delicious to me. Like I said, I was following the manager around all night, convincing him to sell me a bottle, and he finally did.
What are you guys like for the now I know Dan, you probably, or maybe both of you probably paid a little bit more since it's kind of like a store pick or restaurant pick. What were you guys paying for that bottle?
I believe it was $69.99.
I paid this one was 60 even they sold it to me for. So
I can go down to Total Wine down the road from me right now and get that Maker's single barrel pick, $40.
Really? Private select?
Yeah, private select.
Total Wine private select?
Correct.
Oh, okay. Well, I would take the notes of exactly the staves that are in this one and see the one that they picked.
I'm gonna have to go and look at that and just kind of see it in terms of a comparison, because I wasn't sure. I mean, I was never a huge regular Makers fan, but this is this is ridiculous. This was really good because
this one actually has 5 of the Maker staves in there.
Huh.
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting.
All right.
Interesting.
So with that, let's end the suspense. So obviously Scott and I both, our number one was was D, which overwhelming.
I can't wait to see what this is.
So here we go for the number one bourbon that me and Scott both picked. We had the same lineup. What is the number one? What was letter D, buddy? What do we got?
Was the Michter's.
Oh,
toasted barrel.
Oh, the toasted barrel. The toasted barrel.
Yes.
I know Scott has tried this one too, so
I have never had that, and it's freaking delicious.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, now I know, because that's going to be, I believe that's going to be a release that's coming out again pretty soon. I think that's one of their more fall, of course, fall releases. So my guess is that that's going to start hitting the shelves if it hasn't already very soon.
It's not the toasted rye. Aren't they releasing the toasted bourbon again, I think?
Yeah. But that's the toasted barrel rye though, right?
Yeah, that's the rye.
Yeah. Man, that's really, really good. I remember seeing that. And actually when we leave, there's a place that I'm going tomorrow that I think they may still have that there. If they do, she gone.
If they do, grab me a bottle.
Yeah.
Grab me a bottle.
Holy moly.
Yeah, definitely.
Guys,
Yeah.
I know I did send you some extra samples that we were unable to try. Do you want me to reveal what those are now, or did you want to go into the two personal ones that I sent to you?
Well, we have some. What was the one that you overall wanted us to try? The personal one.
Yeah.
Which letter was that one?
I believe Jason's yours was letter P and Scott was O.
All right. Let's see.
I'm gonna open that up.
You want me to go ahead and reveal what the other two were?
So C and E, is that the ones you're gonna reveal?
Yes.
Yeah, go for it. That'd be great.
All right. Letter C is the 1982 Old Taylor.
Wow.
Oh man.
I believe that is National Distillers. I think that's pre-Beam era, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Crap, dude.
Yeah.
And letter E is the Elijah Craig Barrel Select 125 proof the little hand grenade.
Barrels.
Interesting. I've had it before, and it is interesting, and it's hotter than hell. But man, all right, cool. I'm really interested to try. Okay, so you wanted us to try on my end O, correct?
Correct.
All right, let's give this a whirl. I'm interested.
And I am opening P. So I'm pouring that right now. So let's see what we got.
And I've had some of the Old Taylor, but I've never had one an 82. I've never had one that old before. So I'll be interested to try. That might slip into my bag tomorrow when I head up north. So
hey, Dan, what's the proof on the Elijah Craig Barrel Select again? What was that?
125 proof.
Woo.
Jason, did you pour all of letter P or just half?
No, I have some of it. Why?
Just wondering.
just wondering, yeah.
Yeah, I gave you guys something different, so you'll see in the email that I sent you why.
Okay. All right. So my O is different than his P.
Correct.
Richie
Okay.
Richie says he had a feeling it was the Michter is my favorite rye ever. Yeah, Richie, that was unbelievable. It was so good.
I agree,
was
Richie.
really
My
good.
favorite as well.
Yeah, let's see. Ryan is watching. I have a buddy, Ryan. He's watching. He's in New Jersey, in your own stopping grounds, Dan.
Yeah, well, he needs to head on over to what did Dan say the name of that place was? Bourbon, Scotch, and
Beer in New Jersey.
All right. Well, there's your hookup in New Jersey right there, I'll tell you.
All right, I'm in on here. I'm smelling pee here. Oh.
Man, no. Like O for me, and I know yours. We have two completely different things, but man, like for me, like this has Elijah Craig written all over it for me. But I get that. Man, I get this like nuttiness is what I get. It's one of two things, like Beam or Elijah Craig. But
this to me smells like a Buffalo Trace product. It's got that. It's got some good heat on it, though.
Boy, it's got some heat to it as well. A little cinnamon there on mine.
Yeah, I'm going to need to take a long nap after this. Jesus. You trying to kill us, man?
Yeah. Yeah. Holy cow.
This is good stuff, Dan. Thank you again so much.
Yeah.
Dan Trout, he sent us all these samples. Amazing. Yeah. I always say, guys, it's about who you share the whiskey with. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it.
Man, this is a ton of fun. This is the best part about it, being able to drink this stuff and not know what the hell you're drinking, to have no bias towards anything, you know.
Scott, though, it's amazing. Our lineup, we had everything 1 through 5 was the same. So
yeah,
doing something right.
that means we could probably drink together for the most part. So
all right, I'm going in. The nose on this is awesome. I mean, it's corn, it's sweet, it's caramel,
yeah.
it's a little bit of citrus there. Definitely some. Yeah, I'm getting that cherry note. I said Buffalo Trace. It could be a turkey. All right, I'm going in on it. Cheers. Last strand, boys.
Yep. Cheers. Man.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, mine's really good too.
What the hell is that? It's not anything. I'm still sticking with the Buffalo Trace. That is really good stuff.
Why?
Damn.
Oh boy. I think you know what you're getting right there.
Yeah. Let me take one more sip before Scott, what's going on in your dram?
I don't. Mine's fantastic. Mine is. I get a little bit of this nuttiness, like a cream corn, this like really nice butterscotch flavor. Really nice, just kind of well balanced bourbon. It's nice, kind of sweet finish to it.
Yeah,
let me get a little bit more.
Whatever I'm sipping here, it's just a really nice. It is sweet. It's got the oak. It's the only reason why I hesitate to say it's Elijah Craig is because it's more sweet to me than woody. So not really sure.
Yeah. See, now on mine, on O, I do get a little bit more of the oakiness that's kind of wanting to come through. It tastes like it's got a little bit of age to it.
But Doug said I'm smelling pee. I am smelling pee.
Yeah, you are. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm smelling pee. I didn't realize
yeah, that's good.
Oh man.
That's good. That's good.
That's good.
Yeah, I don't know. This is just a really nice. Mine's a really nice, sweet, well balanced. Proof wise, I'm going to say this is in the. Mine is the like 100 to 105 range, something like that.
Yeah, I'm getting definitely this is a high proof, but on the end I'm getting a maraschino cherry on the end. It's so good. It's so rich. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Dan. What do we got? Hopefully I'm not smelling pee. So what is it?
All right. So for Scott's, it's again one of my personal favorites. It is a Four Roses barrel proof. It's the OBSF, and it's Brent Elliott's store pick at 121.4 proof.
Really?
Wow.
Man, that is really, really good. Yeah, I mean, fantastic. I mean, if this would have been in the mix, I think this would have been right up there towards the top. I mean, really nice, well balanced. There's not much, I'll tell you what, from a Four Roses standpoint, that he doesn't do well. I mean, most of these things, I mean, these picks, man, I mean, Four Roses to me, they just kind of hit it out of the park. I love what they do. I really, really enjoy Four Roses a lot. Man, that is good.
All right, Jason. So for yours, I know you had mentioned it in a previous video. Yours was Pappy 15.
Kudos to you. He mixed. So I'm glad he sent that to you. He mixed it in with mine before when I did the other stream. I'll tell you what, it is really just a nice. It's one of those ones that you see. I mean, it starts to really develop and Similar to what was the one we had as our second favorite one? So the Makers, it did a lot of like what Makers did. It really, as you sip on and it sits and opens up and you taste it more and more, man, it's fantastic. It really, really is.
Definitely is the best pee I've ever had in my life.
Oh,
wow,
man.
Dan, I can't even. That is.
And again, like I know I had sent Scott when he did his first his blind samples. I had sent him, I believe, two of those samples, one to keep personally, and then one to try for the sample. So that's in the email that I sent you guys. You'll see the response that I put on there. Hopefully, you still have that one left. So
yeah, I for sure do. Some of those ones that are like that with the special ones, those are the things you kind of bust out when you're, with some good buddies and doing all that stuff. I mean, I consider you guys good.
The first time I ever had Pappy Van Winkle 15, I was a little bit newer to bourbon, so I can definitely appreciate it more now. And now the flavors I'm getting on it, and it's just, I can't say enough, Dan. This was super generous of you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no doubt. Very, very, very generous. So I'll have some nice things that I'm going to put together for you guys as well. So
yeah, same for Dan. I get those shirts done and a couple of other things. I'll be sending you some things, so I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
this was
thank you guys. It's been a lot of fun. So this is the first time I was ever on a live feed, and it was an amazing experience. So I know I didn't say anything to you guys earlier, but a round 3 would be amazing. It would be round 3. It would be the top of everything I had. So, but maybe something to look forward to.
Yeah. Cheers to you. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, this is the best part of it when you can kind of sit down, have some drinks. The worst part is that we're how many several hundred or 1,000 miles away or whatever it may be, but at least being able to do this and interact and enjoy these things. I mean, this is what it's all about. I mean, we all have those bottles that are that haven't been opened or whatever, but this is the type of things that kind of makes you want to say, let's just open the stuff and forget about collecting it. Let's just enjoy it and share it and whatever. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. So before we sign off here, guys, again, I know we've been saying it. Thank you so much to Dan for jumping on and providing these amazing samples. I can't say enough. Dan's in the chat pretty much everywhere, everywhere you go. On all the whiskey channels that are on YouTube, Whiskey in the Sticks, Aquavite, Scotch Test Dummies, my channel, Scotch channel. I can't say enough, man. I really appreciate it, and we will definitely be returning the favor real soon. Scott, My Bourbon Journey, if you guys have not checked out his channel, you need to. He does some really great reviews. He's made some really good relationships with some local and some new bourbons that have come out. If you haven't checked it out, he just released the Metallica whiskey bourbon that came out. He already reviewed it before it even hit the shelf, so go check that out. Go check out his channel, subscribe. And for me, thank you guys for supporting the channel. This was a really, really fun live stream. I can't say enough. I'm still planning on finishing up Scotchy September. I'll be in Kentucky this weekend trying to get my hands on the Four Roses 130th anniversary bottle, picking up some other things.
Awesome.
Yeah. And so hopefully starting in October, I'll have a lot of stuff for you that I'm going to be trying and reviewing for you guys. Look out for my live review of the new Booker's Kentucky Chew probably this weekend. And with that, thanks for stopping by, guys. I appreciate it. Hope to see you soon. Subscribe, hit like, tell your friends about the channel, all of our also Scotch channel. And here we go, guys. So last one with the Pappy. Like I always say, it's not about the whiskey, it's the people you share it with. Cheers and thanks, everyone. Take care.
Cheers, guys. Dan, thanks, bud.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.